believe we do have audio. So welcome to the show and tell of the February meeting of the Robotics Society of Southern California. Remember, if you like what you see, like it, share.
Well, he had a stroke, so he was paralyzed.
Okay, sometimes we do have audio. Yes. Okay, we have audio. Good. So this is the show and tell. First off is Jim Denuzio. You ready, Jim? Let me get out of here.
Okay, so this month I have a few different things. The first one I want to show is a video sort of advertisement, 60-second spot about for the club, and I put together all the video clips of this what's happened in our club at the meetings over the past really several years, and then Alan helped me add music to it and polish it up and put credits at the end and stuff like that. So I want to show you this video first. It's just a minute long, and is there sound? Oh yeah,
Orange handle where?
Yes.
Orange handle where?
Sorry about that. Give me 1 second here. Sorry about that. Give me 1 second here.
We should shut off the local audio.
I think I had YouTube running in the background, the live section. And so we want louder. Let's make that, crank that up. And the quality cranked up. Oh, that's the one. Oh. I'll put it up. Without further ado.
Orange handle where? So it's added on to the map, exploring as it goes. It's called natural color.
Yeah, so we like this enough. I guess we're going to put it on our social media sites. And,
That'll be our first video on TV.
yeah, I mean, I thought we needed. I wanted to do this to help Bob Barbosa as well for the outreach. But I just thought it'd be nice to put that together, so I did that, and it was fun. And I may end up doing one for the Riverside Club, so if I get an opportunity.
Please.
So yeah, I want to show another video. Yes.
I think for some of the first videos, there's a lot of like static noise, like maybe for the beginning part, maybe like music or something, kind of.
Well, there is music. It's just at the very beginning, you know, like Alan added music. If the audio wasn't very good, right, and because of that projector.
Can you just like mute the static noise for the first? Because I think towards the end, like if people sharing, that's good, but like if it's just like babbling, talking, like.
Well, yeah, we're gonna do. I mean, at the very beginning, I wanted you to hear the robot saying orange, and there was, you know, that part was a little hard because of when someone said orange real loud, but
And it's the bad kind of robotic sound of the robot saying orange.
that was what I wanted you to hear, and then I wanted you, you want you to hear people laughing and cheering, of course.
Right.
But if there's a specific spot, you talk to me later, and because it's.
Well, you could have the music down low behind the whole.
That's what we're doing. We're
I've
attempting
done
to
that
do that, right? We're attempting having the music below, like at a
Well,
level
you
below.
I've done video editing, so you could have it, that, your one track and your music track, you could have it low when that's talking and then bring it back up.
Yes, we're trying to do that. I mean, Alan and I have had a few email back and forth.
What program are you using to do this?
Oh, just open shot, something simple.
I was using DaVinci Resolve, the professional system.
I mean, I have, one of the professional video editing suites at home.
Yeah, I have. You can get a free copy of DaVinci Resolve and use it yourself at home. It's a bit steep learning curve, but so yeah. I wanted to show. This is, I want to do another. Okay, the next thing I want to show you is this USB stick. It's called Pop Ride. Oh, there it is. So next thing I want to show you is I got the chance to ride in an autonomous vehicle for the first time through this program in Irvine by this company, Bot Ride. And I'll just start playing here. This is a few still pictures, and then we'll move into. These are pictures I took of one that was parked. This is the vehicle. It is a collaboration between the Hyundai car company and a few other companies that are working on it. So now here's where I actually got picked up. There was an app on the phone. I selected the particular pickup location. It's only goes to certain pickup locations right at this point. And this, I couldn't photograph this, so I got it as sort of an official copy of the inside. But this is what their software, this is what their system looked like. And in real time, you can see the wheels turning. This is what my experience was for like a 15-minute or 12-minute ride or something like that to go to lunch.
Anybody inside the car beside you?
And it was, there's the safety driver just like that. And there was nobody on the right side. Because they don't need them anymore, apparently. In the beginning, the program started in October, and they had two people, a safety driver and a technician. And now they just have the safety driver. And he does basically what this guy is doing. He holds his hand there. My driver only took over once to pass a car that was sticking out, trying to get into another lane. And our car just stopped and would have stayed there until that guy, the light changed, so he didn't want to wait. But other than that, he did not have to intercede. And it was just like this with all these little boxes, wireframe boxes representing the cars, and then people as well, and bicycles, everything. And it can even turn into like this is actually exactly where I went. And this is not my drive, but this is the same place I went. And it turns into this parking lot all on its own. And it goes, and then this is back to my real experience. I get out of the car, and then he goes off. And yeah, this is in Irvine. So where did you do this one?
Oh, yeah, no, this thing, I think I was in here.
So who's the company doing this? Hyundai or?
Hyundai, and like I said, there's a few different companies.
But they're financing it?
Yeah, they're the main
like
Pony. There's a company called Pony, and
laser rangefinder.
If you can go to their website, BotRide, and this program ended, but there's a new program starting up. Yeah, it's still gonna be free, I think, and there's a new app, yes.
Jim, the car you were riding in had those sensors on top, some of which looked like frisbees, but then there was another thing in the center that stood up higher. What were those sensors?
Well, there's the LiDAR on the very top, that's what you're referring to.
What do you mean there's a street? What can you do with
Well,
that?
okay, I just wanted to show you this video. I'm not going to go into a lot right now about this. There's a better video that has very close-up pictures of all the parts of it, and a lot of this is proprietary, so I wouldn't have access to that information.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not representing them or anything. I just wanted to share this experience. I'll post there's a link to the video where I clipped that video from. There's a longer video that has close-ups of all the equipment on the car. It's a bit longer, so you can look at that. And then you can go to their website, thebotride.com, and find out what you can from there or from the internet. But again, it's proprietary, and you'll have to do a little searching to find out. But
And that was an electric car, right?
yeah, that was electric.
What was your experience like? Was it a very cautious ride or a
Well,
typical
okay,
ride?
what I experienced was it was pretty cautious. The car would stop conservatively if there was any traffic involved, and then what it would do though, like when it's taking a right, for instance, at a red light, where there are oncoming cars making a left from the other lane, it was like would lurch out a little bit and go nope. Somebody's in the way, oh, nope, somebody's in the way. And so there's a little bit of that. But it was fairly smooth, just a little jerky like that.
Like the red light.
But yeah, I didn't even, I mean,
You
I
stopped
didn't
at
see
night.
that in the, but it stopped normally. The other thing it did was it's programmed to stay within the lines at all times. So when you're going into a turn lane, it would like veer kind of more abruptly than a human would to stay exactly within the line, whereas we would just kind of gradually go over. There's no danger in going over a little line when you're getting into a turn lane, but this car is designed to never do that. So the ride is a little bit more jerky when they kind of.
So was it your impression it needed to see lines on the road?
Yeah,
Maybe if it saw lines, it stayed
I don't think
in.
it needed lines because there weren't lines on. To stay in its lane, yes, I
Yeah.
think. I mean that's hard to determine, but okay. Well, let me move on to. I wanted to show my work on the home care robot. This is my the robot I'm building up to with the Slam Tech eventually. Same as
Should we turn
John.
that back on?
Yeah, I can turn it. Right, yeah, thank you. So Dr. Bruce and Alex and Gary and John and there's another guy too online that we're all building these robots. This one doesn't have any Slam Tech yet, but the Slam Tech is a full LiDAR system. Comes on a little robot, and we're taking that apart and we're repurposing it, putting it on these larger robots. So this is the first time I'm able to actually move the robot. I got batteries for it. I got a battery for it, and I got the electronics. And I'm on loan. I have this little screen that has it's just an Arduino Uno
With an AR LCD.
yeah, ARLCD. It's got a little GPU in there, and you can put. It's got a full user interface SDK, kind of like the one you use. That what's it called?
Well, you can define your own buttons, knobs. and-
Yeah, all the buttons. No, I forget the one you have for your UI. Your UIs for your
Oh, in processing,
processing. Yeah.
you program that with processing?
No, it's not processing. This is similar. I'm just saying it's
Okay.
a similar kind of idea. So
I gotta know what that is. I'm really interested in that.
so this ARLCD, it's an older product, but it's kind of. I'm just saying it's very convenient if you're programming. You need an Arduino microcontroller, but you want a screen. This is like a nice way so you can debug and put buttons on it. Otherwise,
So what software you use to program the
the GUI, there's an API that comes with the AR LCD. Now they're kind of expensive, I think, still, but I don't think they were that successful for it, so maybe you can pick them up now cheaper, like used or something.
Well, I have a couple of them, I use them and never processed it.
Okay.
I wish I knew about it.
It seemed, yeah, I found out about it through the, this club that Jim Uberzetze and I go to, that Arduino Raspberry Pi meeting in Costa Mesa. So, but what I want to show you so before I put on the SlamTech effort and all that, I needed to test the motors and get everything working.
So that's like an old manual control panel.
Yeah, so this is the manual control panel, and you can take a close look up at it after I'm done. I have these little meters here that I actually got the odometer and little odometers. And so I just wrote a test program where I can test it, or I can get it to move forward, and I do manual control, but also, for instance, do a control loop, so that, because the motors go differently, so it's gonna, without a control loop of any kind, I'll show you what happens. I'll show you before and after. So, if you don't have a control loop, then you're telling it to go straight, but that's not too straight, right? And, well, you're also in reverse. I'm telling it to go 1 meter straight. Okay. So now, I put this little button here so I can turn on the control loop. Control loop is like a PID. It's in software, but it's just proportional. So it's taking the error of one wheel's turning faster than the other. So you just figure out what the difference is between how many ticks one wheel went from the other, and that's the proportional difference, right? So one moved like half a turn, the other one moved 3/4 of a turn. So subtract that and then change the power of the wheels so they're more equal, right? So now, if I have that on, each wheel will, you can see, it's much straighter.
I can see it correcting.
And it's correcting, but also,
It's like it wobbles.
it's wobbling a little bit. Again, you have to, I just did this a few nights ago, and I did not make a huge effort to tune the PID, but yeah, see the second time it goes really straight, and then backwards as well. I had it also.
So at the end of the ride, you have the same number of pulses.
Yeah, now you can look at the screen here and see, like 110 there. I think backwards is a little, it's supposed to go exactly 100. So this time it went 110. Now if I go forward, you'll see it's supposed to go 100. And this time it went 103 and 104 on the left and right. So that's pretty good, 3% error going forward.
Seems like the more you run it, the more stable it gets.
Yeah, well, that might be an initial value problem. I have bugged in my code.
Yeah, see, that's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, it seems to vary a little. It depends on how quickly one motor gets going in the other. Because if one motor, it's all sorts of mechanics involved, and so it's going to be different every time.
How many ticks per rotation do you have?
Well, this one is like, I believe it's 260 or 300, it's in 100, a few hundred.
Okay.
And so it's like a 3,400 per meter. So it's enough, it's a lot.
Okay, yeah, that's you could probably have a tighter feedback loop then, potentially.
But yeah, I can also, I have a simple left and right, which are not being controlled, but just to test the motor being able to go in different directions. Again. This is without the control loop and no deceleration, so it kind of veers off course, and it went like 111 and 123, so a lot more error. So what I do is I have a deceleration that when with the control, in addition to the equalizing both motors, also when the robot gets to within 1/2 rotation, say, worth of ticks to its destination, then it uses the square root and it ramps down the power, as it gets closer and closer, so then at the end, it's 0. So that's the way, if you look closely, you can see that it decelerates. Now this would, like right there, it's decelerating. Anyways, that helps it land on the spot it's supposed to. If you try to stop instantly, that's not physically possible. Anyway, so so that is the state it's in, and it was a fair amount of work to do the electronics and stuff, but it's a good platform. So yeah,
Jim, what's the name of the Arduino with the PID with the?
this is ARLCD. This
AR.
The company here, Irvine, that manufactures them.
so yeah, you're familiar with them. It's
Yes, I
cool.
am.
And yeah, ARLCD. They have a whole line of products.
They came to one of the earlier robotics meetings a couple times.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Great.
And he has libraries for Arduino.
What's that?
Libraries.
Yeah, the ARLCD is the Arduino LCD. The company is called Easy LCD. They make a bunch of all these display products.
Yeah,
touch screens.
They were quite helpful. I was trying to do a certain application, they only get the buttons and call working and stuff.
Yeah, the ARLCD comes, and I guess their other products come with a SDK. And from Arduino, you just make calls. You can just say draw button, and then in your control loop, you say which button was pressed, and then you can easily interpret that.
Oh, it's easy, yeah.
Yeah, I
Very
used
simple
it, I
to
used
use.
it because the guy wanted to interface that
Files that explain all of and a big manual. So I recommend. I mean,
Yeah, I
if you
have a
can get
lot
one
of
those-
applications for it.
Yeah,
You get one of those
I'm very
cheaply.
familiar with it. I haven't used it in quite a while, but I was pretty good at it and stuff. So yeah, if you want to see one up close, I've got a couple of them.
Yeah, and
Okay.
did you buy them, or did someone give them to
Part of
you?
a project, yeah, I bought them.
And how much was it? Were they like $60, $70?
I don't remember.
The
A quick,
price might be a little pricey,
yeah, a
but
quick search says it's
Well,
so
It
it's,
makes it. There's Irvine.
At the makers.
it's at the makerspace. At this
Oh, you see in with that now?
yeah, the meeting's at this makerspace in
Not talking about Larry Birch, are you? Larry Birch?
Birch. Oh, the name of the guy.
No, he's part of the makerspace down there too.
Oh, he's one of the.
He teaches Arduino programming.
Yeah, he might be part of that space. Yeah, and not him though. No. But yeah, that it's right near the. It's not far from the airport. Red
Well,
Hill.
I
Red Hill.
met the owner of
Oh, the owner-
the Easy LCD thing at several different trade shows.
I think his name is Randy.
Randy something, I can't remember. I've
Yeah,
been down to their shop several times, pretty cool.
Oh, to
Their guy that invented all the hardware software is a little bit, but it's cool.
Okay. Yes. Not Randy. You talking about Randy?
No, I'm talking about the guy that designed the board, the
Oh,
software.
the board. Okay. Anyway, I need to wrap up, but I can give you the details about that meeting. I'll put them up on the board. Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you.
It was extremely helpful when I had a problem I couldn't solve, so.
Who's next?
Oh, and you got them to help me.
Yeah, I have a thing while I was
Oh, who's that? Is that you?
That's me.
All right,
I couldn't
you're
get
up.
it to work right, and then one of their techs that helped me get it going.
Okay.
So unlike last month, this is only gonna be like a few minutes. I showed you a video of my, it's called Snake Eyes, the software, and it just unplugged itself. Isn't that wonderful?
And parts, how much do that cost?
About $100. There we go. Now it's got a boot. It's built with a Raspberry Pi. I put it inside the head here, and two little displays. These displays are the same as like a full computer screen. So you can actually plug this into a full computer, any monitor basically, HDMI, and you can make like two huge eyes if you really wanted to, and be pretty cool. It has the software, well, it's still booting, you can see that. You see that on the left side there, that eye? That's because when I drilled out for the screws, the holes were a little bit too small, so I enlarged them. I must have hit something. Anyway, once it boots, you don't see it. There we go, you can see the screen coming up with the code here. Can you read that? No, oh, it's gone, all right. So there you go. And it has an option, you can feed it some data and have it react to the data. You can have it open and close the iris to the data.
And also do manual control up, down, left, right,
You can put a joystick on it.
or go to something else to control it.
Mhm, mhm. And it took me about 2 hours to put it together once I got all the parts. That doesn't include mounting it. That took another 4 hours to mount it in here.
Thomas, can you show it on the
Where's the camera? I can't see, can't see myself, so we're
It's down
just,
there. It's down there.
oh, there we go. I got a monitor down here. There we go. Right there.
I was thinking about putting something like that in an actual costume where you have a different pair of eyes other than your own.
Yeah, this is pretty creepy, and, you know, I live in the uncanny valley, I always tell everyone. And this is pretty uncanny. The eyes are not running any animation. They're technically animated by software. This is real-time screens.
Animated in real time.
Thank you. It's funny when you can't figure out what you want to see. Anyway, it's an easy project. Anybody can do it. It comes ahead. By the way, this I got in downtown Torrance 12 years ago, and it's actually a bank. You see, you put your quarters in there.
Oh.
I thought these were real cool. I bought up 6 of them. I always buy up lots of things when I see one. Any questions before I?
Yes. Now, the combination of these displays and the Pi is going to require some kind of software. Is that
Open source.
It's open source?
Open source, downloaded from Adafruit. That's what Adafruit, these 2 Adafruit boards, this so-called, they're not calling it a hat, they're calling it a bonnet. So the interface board is called a bonnet. Could you write that down while you're up there? Bonnet.
The what?
Bonnet, like B-O-N-E.
Being done.
B in your bonnet?
B-O-N-N-E,
There you go.
on E, on it?
Close enough. That's right. That's right. And it just plugs into your spelling of it down. And it plugs into your Raspberry Pi, and then you plug your 2 boards in. Probably do it in less than that. You know, you got to solder some oh goodness, a lot of connectors. A lot of connections down here, mostly on the board here. Yes.
What voltage does this contraption run on?
I think it's, I don't remember, what was the standard for a Raspberry Pi?
5 volts.
5 volts. And yeah, if you don't use this, you can save yourself $15. If you don't have a case, you can save yourself another $12. If you make the Raspberry Pi boards yourself, you're probably going to spend more than I spent. Standard stuff. This is the latest, I think this is the latest 3B, is it?
And now,
Is that
the
the reference software?
displays, the only color the display can produce is blue.
Blue, that's full,
So you can make it with blood red eyes if
you
want.
can, that is an option.
Good at editing the different engines. That's a normal human looking idea. You have a snake eye for it.
Yeah, this
And
is
if you
called
wanna do
snake
something, you
eyes,
have
by
to
the way.
Generate the artwork for it.
It's staring at you, Ben.
Well, if the source code is open source.
Yeah, but the images are they're actually
Yeah.
JPEG images.
Is there only a single HDMI source?
Um,
And then what's the purpose of the bonnet? Is it to split out the HDMI into 2 eyes?
yes,
To connect the monitors so you can address them, because I think there is some sort of serial interface.
So the 2 eyes can't make independent movements, right? They have to mirror each other?
No, you.
They are independent.
You could pull one in, just use one if you want.
okay, I would have to look again.
Because Alan did it on a bigger screen, so.
I would have to look it up. I feel like they could be controlled separately, but I didn't get that far. I just run the demo like you did.
So if you used a Raspberry Pi 4, which has dual HDMI, then you definitely could.
The software's not compatible.
You could have 2 pairs of eyes working on it.
Yeah, you'd have to write
But
that
you
out.
have
The
the right
software's
code.
not compatible yet. They have this big thing on their website. They have some beta software that's glitchy.
Plus, that can run off a smaller
At
property.
least it was last I looked about a month ago.
Yeah.
Maybe they've updated since then.
Yeah. I wanted to build one, I just didn't have the money to buy the parts.
It goes together pretty easily.
Are the eyes bright enough if you were outdoors, would you be able to see it clear enough, or just try to?
I don't think so. I haven't tried it, but I don't think so. I've only had it inside. It also works with these are TFTs, right? What's the next one up?
Oh,
OLEDs, thank you.
Those are OLEDs.
They're not
Oh, no,
OLEDs.
they're TFT.
TFTs. Yeah, you can, so if you want to spend the extra money, if somebody could look that up, I don't know what it cost over the other ones. These were, I think, $15 each or something.
Right.
Yeah.
And the OLEDs are probably $45 each.
So
or
that's
something.
the LCD, the old LED one's a little more pricier.
Yeah,
Right.
Got better contrast though.
yeah, OLEDs do. Any other questions? All right, thank you.
Who's next? Somebody, was that was you? That was it?
That's it, go home.
All right. So I guess that's it. This concludes the February meeting. Unless anybody else has anything else to add? I think it's good to see you next time. Good. All right, so unless anybody else has anything else to add, this will conclude the meeting. For YouTube users, like and subscribe, and we'll do this again next month. See you then.
All right, thanks. Okay, you guys?
Oh, left already.
Bunch of these.
Got one more.
You're back to the